Hello everybody, welcome to Star Card Tarot. This is Darcie with your monthly readings for July 2020. They might be coming out a little bit before July starts, but I think that's always good to get a head start to see what's going on before the month comes, right? So we're going to see what the cards have for the sign of Aries today. I'm going to start with Aries. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So yeah, let's begin. Oh, I know I was forgetting something. So if you're new to my channel and you feel like this brought value, there is a donations welcome with a link to my PayPal. Also, I really appreciate if you could like this video. At the very least, I really ask if you enjoyed the reading, if it resonated. I would love to hear some feedback and comments since I am new to YouTube. This is my first channel. I just did my first video and I uploaded, I think, yesterday or the day before, of the collective energy reading for the rest of June. So that was for every zodiac sign. So I wanted to give you guys at least that for the rest of June, and then individual zodiac signs for July. And yeah, I plan on doing this as long as as long as Spirit allows. And there's really no timestamp to the reading. I do, specify certain months or parts of the month or week, etc. But I feel that if you come to that video and it's say September, right? If you come to it, it's probably for a reason, if it feels like it's resonating for you. And if it doesn't, that's okay. There's plenty of other readings that you can choose from, and tarot readers on YouTube that I just adore. And specifically Cindy from Awakening to Spirit, she got me going on this. I had a few private reads done by her, and she really inspired me it was about over a year ago, a little over a year ago, I began diving deep into the tarot and oracles. This is my first oracle deck I ever had. It's by Doreen Virtue. It's the Crystal Angels Oracle deck. I guess it's really rare. She doesn't do this anymore, or make these anymore, apparently. So I got this like 3 years ago. But a year ago I got more into the tarot and learning about all the cards. I watch multiple readers, all the time, every day. I don't really listen to music anymore, I listen to tarot. It's really become a big passion of mine to just connect to Spirit through these cards. So I hope you find the same. Alright, that's enough about me. So subscribe, comment, I do really appreciate that. Alright, so I'm going to connect for Aries, the sign of Aries. Guardians of the Four Corners, Mother in the Earth, Father in the Sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, I call on you and welcome you here now. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from these tools will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. And so it is. Alright, one more shuffle. Aries. So if your Aries is Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or any other placement in your chart, especially depending on where the moon is. We just had, I think it was a full moon in Sagittarius in the beginning of June. And so say we had a full moon in Aries, right? I would suggest to any sign to watch the Aries video. You know what I mean? So definitely keep an eye on where the moon is. So I know Cancer, there's a new moon in Cancer, and I believe it's also an eclipse of some sort coming up. Forgive me if that's wrong. I'm not, I do love astrology, and I know a little bit of it, but I'm not super, educated in it. But I do know I believe it's a new moon in Cancer coming up, so when I do the Cancer video, I would suggest to definitely check that out. Alright. Aries, what do the angels of the crystal realm have for my Aries for July 2020? Got 2 cards. Alright, Aries, if you're not feeling this now, you'll be feeling this in July. Your emotions are going to be really sensitive. Yeah, you might have been doing some sort of healing process, or whether you know it or not, you're coming into your authentic self. You're balancing your masculine and feminine energies. I feel like that you've been doing that definitely in June and maybe beforehand too. Or you're going to start doing that in July if you haven't already. You're becoming your natural self, you know, as creator, spirit, source, God, whatever you want to, you know, fill in the blank there, made you. You know, you're naturally attracting lovable energies within you and out, and you're reflecting it outside. I see that in this Fluorite card. See how she is holding the blue and the like water and fire. She's balancing. She's completely balanced and she's becoming authentic. I say she just because that's what's on the card. But this person, whether you're male or female, you know, you are balancing your energies here. If you have any fire in your, well, you are a fire sign, so obviously you have fire in your chart. I meant to say if you have any water in your chart, you know, that's also important. I would look into that if you do know your birth chart. You know, wherever, if you have like a Cancer or Scorpio in your moon or rising or Venus, yeah, I would look at those readings. They might be important to you this for July. Yeah, saying be yourself, as God made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. And I'm feeling like you're starting to see that, Aries. You're really starting to understand yourself on a whole new level. You're becoming, I wanted to say uniquely you, but that's not really what I was thinking. So that's definitely a download of, you're becoming uniquely you, your authentic self. Your emotions are going to be kind of raw though, because any of you who have ever gone through a healing process or done some shadow work or self-reflection or, you know, any sort of change, right? Change is usually uncomfortable. You know, it's you know, we do it because we know it's for the better, but it's not easy during the process, right? So here you have watermelon, tourmaline, and any of these crystals are basically the crystals for your month is how I see them. So fluorite, watermelon, tourmaline, or Larimar. If you have any of those crystals, definitely carry them with you throughout the month of July. And if you don't have them, that's okay. If you can even get just like a clear quartz crystal, you can always set the intention for this stone to be whatever stone you want it to be. And it's not nothing, you know, doesn't, I mean, there probably are some sort of rituals to do so, but it's, for me, I mean, it's all about if you believe it to be, it will, you know, like understanding the power we have as humans, as divine creation ourselves, right? Okay, so watermelon, tourmaline. So it says here, stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. You know, definitely, again, I think you're going through some major changes and shifts. If, you know, if not already, then definitely in July. So make sure you're making time for yourself to just chill out and rest And again, we have the masculine and feminine here coming into alignment. You might be actually meeting your divine counterpart in July or coming together with them. If you're already in a relationship, your relationship will get more, I want to say connected, but that's not the word I'm looking for. I guess, yeah, connected in a sense, but on a soul level, on a deeper level. Okay, I just got the message here that maybe even those of you that are in a relationship, if you were trying to have a child, that might be happening in July. Again, I'm only entertainment purpose only, but I just read what comes out of the cards, you know. Take it as you will, you know, but don't come at me if you're like, oh my god, I didn't, you know, get pregnant. It's just, it might be for someone out there, or even just like, maybe you're meeting someone who you can see yourself having a child with. I think that is actually more the specific message. I don't know if you can see in that ball that they're holding up together, but inside this ball there's actually like a little child. I never noticed that before. And it's like a star. There's a star in the background, almost to say like it's like their star child. I hope you can see that. See how they're coming together, like in spirit, you know? It's very beautiful. And if you're single, you know, this could just be your like I said, your masculine and feminine energies coming together, and maybe it births this new creation. So it's like your baby, right? It's like you're birthing this new part of yourself, or maybe you're embracing your inner child more. But you definitely need to you know, I just feel like you're going through a massive change for the good, for the better. You are shifting big time into your authentic self, and it is a beautiful thing, but it's gonna probably cause you to have some have sensitivities to your emotions, more so than maybe regular, and that's for the better. Just know that if you can declutter, de-stress, do some yoga, you know, just make time to rest, recharge, and revive as much as possible. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, and make sure that you're getting rest and stretching. You know, yoga would be great, of course. Because your overall message for the crystal angels with Larimar is sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Yeah. Yeah, and even like, as I was saying water, I noticed that this card, it looks like water, right? If you live by water at all, if the elements are conducive for you to go outside, I would definitely suggest that. And you can see at the bottom here, there's a couple golden angels, or 3 of them, I think. Nope, just 2. And there's also a fire, you know, it's like that fire brewing. It's a divine flame. It's a divine spark, if you will. So all these all these emotions that you're feeling, even if they don't feel great, this card is like reassurance that your angels have your back. Like they are doing this for the best of you. They want you to be you, to be yourself, to be your authentic self. The fire and the water, you know, the good and the bad, all of it. They want you to just be you and not have any shame about that. Having, like, not apologizing for who you are anymore. Wow, powerful. Alright. I'm going to get into the tarot now, and then I'll pull a ancestors. Sorry, I'm using a different camera today. the Ancestors, Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. And that's the affirmation or prayer that I say in the beginning is actually from that deck. I just think it's perfectly written, so I always use it. Alright, let's get into the tarot for July 2020. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any other placement that you see fit, Spirit. You know who needs to hear this message, and I intend it to be for them. Meaning whoever's called to this video. So I don't feel like, oh, it's only for one person. No, I mean, when I say that, the intention is to give it to Spirit. You know, I always believe that Spirit knows best. My ears are ringing. I think that's confirmation. Like Spirit saying, thank you. Thank you for giving it to me. Alright. My Aries, tell me to cut the deck. Alright. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, July 2020. I'm feeling like it wants to do a cross reading. That's interesting. Alright. I haven't done one of these in a little while, so I'm just gonna bear with me as I check the back real quick of the book. Alright. Cross reading. I always do a free flow. This is so strange. I hope you guys don't mind me being so spontaneous. Yeah. Alright, modified cross. Try to make sure this stays. This is so unprofessional. It's okay. You guys are cool, right? You're cool with me just doing my thing. I'm gonna have to take Miss Kitty. Alright. Okay. So this first card is you. The overlining is the issue. That's why I'm doing it this way, because it clearly came out sideways. So, alright. Now, third card is what are you conscious of, right? So, yeah. Yeah, like the things that you're aware of. So, third card, please show me clearly. Okay. Just gonna move this stuff. What do you not see? What is in your unconscious areas? Okay. Limitations. And the outcome. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna call that the like. Where is it with these? Try to talk to Spirit. I try to get like, you know, if I'm not sure of where to put a card, I'll like, you know, I'll ask it. Okay, Aries. So the U card is the position. It represents like your present energy. So the energy that you'll be in for July. You have here the Strength card. Really representing this here, right? Representing the fluoride. Being yourself, you're taming the fire and the water of you, you know? You're bringing it into balance. The Strength card represents, you know, taming our wildness within, in a sense, but it's like in a gentle, loving way. It's like it's knowing that it's there. It also is the card of Leo, You could be either with a Leo or something significant with a Leo in your life. You could be interested in a Leo, family members, or this is just you. This is just the energy you're in. You're actually kind of in this Leonic strength energy. Just looking at the card. Yeah, I'm feeling a little of, I don't know, my eye just really focused on the lion licking her hand there. I don't know. Maybe you have some sort of passionate desire for someone. Again, it could be a fire sign, especially a Leo. You're trying to kind of tame that. The issue, and why I say that is because the issue card is the Three of Cups. It's that, so Three of Cups, you know, it depends how it is in a reading. Normally, or the overall meaning is celebration, you know, coming together. It can also be, if it's in a love reading, it can mean that there was a third party situation. Maybe you have some options here, Aries, and that's your issue. You're not sure. I don't know why I'm feeling a love reading from this. It doesn't have to be love. It can, you know, because the cards up here really represented yourself. It represented, you know, you coming into your true authenticity. So let's get back to that. If it's for some people out there that it might be a love reading, then, you know, take it as you will. I'm going to focus on what the oracles gave us here, which was really about coming into your own authentic self and de-stressing. So maybe you're realizing your strength. You're realizing your strength within. Your issue is that you're really busy, right? You have a lot going on. You have a lot going on, Aries. You know, lots of celebrations. You want to celebrate. You want to be with your friends. But you also are really sensitive and kind of tired at the same time because of all the transformation that you've just gone through or that you're going through. Yeah, so because the issue card, it could deal with, it could be a conflict, it could be beneficial. So it could be seen two ways. Either that you're trying to de-stress your life, and there's a lot of awesome celebrations coming up, and you're harnessing this strength energy to get through these events, because you actually are kind of tired and just emotionally feeling sensitive, or just like extra heightened emotion, very empathic. Yeah, your overall energy is the Queen of Swords in reverse, which usually means really cold. It means like just kind of being detached. The Queen of Swords upright, she's very truthful. She's you know, she speaks for clarity, honesty, and she's very authentic. So that might be why that natural beauty and authenticity card, the here, this one here, guys, so you can see it in the camera, came out. You might be struggling with that, right? Because your emotions are so intense right now. So what you're conscious over, what you have control over in the situation, or awareness of the issue, is the Fool in reversed. Okay, so the Fool in reversed, and that's your sign, Aries. You are the Fool card. First zodiac sign, right? In the reverse, it means escape, irresponsibility, ignorance, unprepared. Like poor planning and poor choices in the past have put you in a position to cut your losses and move forward, learn from past mistakes, and take smarter steps in a better future. Again, I'm getting that love reading. Right? Oh my god. It's either a relationship or it's a project. It's one or the other. Because maybe I was trying to get into this connection a little more here. Bear with me. Okay, I got it. I got it, Aries. Sorry. Alright. Aries, I feel like it's one of a few things. I feel like you might have planned something, right? Could do with work, love, family, gatherings. You know, especially after this pandemic, it's like a lot of people I see or feel you know, in general are trying to kind of get together or plan something in a safe way, right? Or not. I mean, I don't know. You know, being Aries. It had something to do with a gathering. It could have been for a Leo. Or it could have been something that made you really have to tap into your strength. This party, you had to really, really, it took a lot out of you. That's what I'm hearing. And you want to just kind of like run away from this whole thing. You don't even want to be involved. You're so drained. Could be this relationship. Maybe you think this is if it is a relationship reading, maybe you're torn between 3 different lovers. I don't know. Or it's about like these past mistakes. It's past mistakes. That's what this issue is for you. Because the Fool in reverse is about realizing that you had poor planning and you're going to do better next time. You're not, you know, try not to beat yourself up too much. I don't think you are, Aries, but if you are, please don't. You know, and that's why I think this overall is the Queen of Swords. It's making you kind of cold and distant, right? And unable to speak your mind about how you really feel right now. You're not speaking about it. What you're not conscious of is the Justice card. Another major arcana. You have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas. And in the first 3, you know, these are like the more important card areas, if you will. Like this, you know, these 3 cards are really important to you because this is you. This is what you're conscious of about the issue, and this is what you're not conscious of about the issue. Right? All major arcana. So it's a big deal. Whatever this issue is, this 3 of Cups is a big deal for you. Whether it's a party, whether it's a love triangle thing going on here, or choices, or creating a party, creating a celebration, creating happiness, creating joy with people or for people, for your family, anything. It could, it could be just family party. It could not just, that's a big, big thing too. Could be a wedding, graduation season, right? It's whatever this is for you, Aries, it's taking all of your strength to not run away from it, basically. Because that's what you want to do. You kind of want to escape. You feel like you didn't plan it well enough. You feel like there's something wrong about it. You feel like there's an issue about it. Could be that there's, like, I don't know. There's something about it that's making you want to run away. Alright, and you're being cold and distant towards people, maybe just specific people, or just in general. What you're not conscious of is that the Justice card, karma. Justice has to do with balancing of the scales. It has to do with karma. That's how I see the Justice card. It is balancing out karma of some sort. Whether you believe in past lives or not, we can all say that karma, in this lifetime even, right? It's something about that. That's why your emotions are so intense. That's why you feel so stressed. You might be fighting your divine purpose. You might not be seeing it for what it really is. If it's like some sort of, if it's a really big, it doesn't even have to be so big. Like, even like little things can really actually clear out a lot of karma, and we don't even realize it because of our past lives. Like, maybe, like, for example, giving a good graduation party for your child. It might seem simple, but maybe in a past life, that child was not seen or celebrated, right? And that would be clearing a karma from the past. Not your past, the lifetimes before. Interesting that came through. Could be for someone. This is how I feel the energy in the cards, so I hope it doesn't seem too weird for you guys. Could be a legal situation. Maybe you're realizing that you missed something legally. That could be for someone. I'm going to go back to the love reading real quick. If that was resonating for you guys, if you were with another fire sign, or another Aries, Leo, or Libra, if you were with a Libra, or Leo, or Aries. I'm trying to see who else we have. Yeah, who else is also an air sign. Could be anything, but those are the specific that we have here. You could have found out that was a third-party situation. You probably wanted to escape. That could be why you're sensitive right now and you're stressed out. Spirit's guiding you to be your true self, to be authentic, to be you. That could be what's going on. and you're waiting for this news legally. That could be something, because there's a lot of people that can come to this reading, right? So, and everyone's living out a different story right now. But one way or another, what you're not conscious of is that, like, justice will be served. You don't need to fear this so much, because you're gonna get some good news coming your way. The Eight of Wands is about answered prayers, good news, communication, passionate communication. So this stuck feeling of communication, not speaking your truth, you might get some news that will help you speak that, right? Or help you understand or see where this justice is actually, you know, coming in. Or even if you were like heartbroken by a Libra, and that's in your unconscious, and that's why you're wanting to run away from this really like exciting and celebratory good times with possibly a Leo, you're gonna hear some news that's gonna make that clear, like open your eyes to that. Either way though, you are in this energy. You're in this Leo energy. You're trying to tame the beast within. I really think it's a sexual energy. I don't know why I'm getting that for some reason. Keep seeing the lion licking her. I don't know why. Okay, and for the outcome here, we have the Four of Swords, Nine of Cups in reversed, and the Seven of Pentacles upright. So again, right, resting, relaxing, gentleness and self-care, that is the outcome. You're really going to take the time to think about this Eight of Wands that comes to you, this news, this message. You're going to rest and think about it, you know. So you are going to take the suggestions of these spirit guides, whether you see this reading or not, which is good. I'm happy to see that. Nine of Cups in reversed. You're going to probably recognize that you're not really being your true authentic self. Because Nine of Cups upright, this means that this man is emotionally fulfilled. He is completely happy with himself, no matter what. You know, he's not like, he's a little heavier, right? And like, that's okay. He's emotionally happy with himself. There's nothing hidden behind the curtain, you know what I mean? He knows who he is. He's in front of the curtain. He's not hiding anything. He's emotionally fulfilled on his own. Because the Nine of Cups comes right before the Ten of Cups, which is with another person and children and in the house, and like happiness, and the rainbow is above the house. It's like, you know, the happiest, one of the best cards you can possibly get for minor arcana is the Ten of Cups or Ten of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups, you know, this is a great card to get too. But like, as for completion goes, right? Because 10 is completion. Because the Ten of Swords is like, not as happy. It's the ending. It's a transformation. Like, it's It's like hitting rock bottom pretty much, which sucks when you're there, but it's the end of that kind of cycle, which is good. Like mental torment, right? And the Ten of Wands is someone who has so many passionate ideas or feelings that they can't even see where they're going. They have too much on their plate. They're burdened, right? And they need to drop the wands. So when it comes to Cups and Pentacles, the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles are... The Nine of Pentacles is a single woman, happy, fulfilled by herself. The Nine of Cups is a single man, happy, fulfilled by himself, right? He's all good. He's emotionally fulfilled. That's very important. But unfortunately, it came... Well, fortunately and unfortunately. It is fortunate, I think. You know, I feel like we can't grow unless we see where we're lacking, right? So you're going to do this meditation and reflection as an outcome of this message that you get. It could just be from spirit too. You could just receive like an aha moment, right? Or it could actually be a message from someone. Could be from a fire sign, because it is the wands. Doesn't have to be. Your prayers will be answered, right? Whatever you've been stressing over here about this Three of Cups, this party plan, this good time. You're stressing over a really good time. And my heart like feels sad for that. Wow, my heart just felt really sad for you guys, Aries. You're so stressed over something so good. But I really think it has to do with your past. It has to do with something that happened to you in the past. It could seem too familiar. Or it could just be that, you know, you're really beating yourself up because you saw this good thing, but you feel like you took some wrong steps. You didn't plan it well enough, so something, you may fear something's going to go wrong. Maybe something did go wrong in your mind about it. Yeah, but it's all karma. Like, it's all, you know, the Justice card is really saying, like, hey, like, this needed to happen so the scales could be balanced. Balancing of the scales. Maybe something happened that made you... It just made you feel uncomfortable, whatever it was. But you're going to get some insight or some messages, some answered prayers, some good news, right? It might not feel good, but that's what this card means, Eight of Wands. And your outcome, so you're going to reflect about it, you're going to meditate on it, you're going to really take some me time, which is what, you know, the other two oracle cards are asking you to do. I think you're going to realize about how you're feeling not emotionally fulfilled. And you're going to kind of reanalyze. You're going to reanalyze what this project is, or this, your finances. You're going to reanalyze the situation, really. I'm not really hearing, I mean, Pentacles is finances, but I'm feeling like you're actually, what you're gonna reanalyze is the situation. What will Aries final outcome be after they reflect? What will Aries' final outcome be after they reflect on the issue and in the situation? What will Aries' outcome most likely be after their reflection? Look at that, Aries. Wow. Wow. Page of Cups. A surprising love offer, either to you or to someone else. And it will be good. Surprisingly good. That's what the little fish is about. Page of Cups. He's he's chomping at the bit. He's ready. He's like, you know, he's like, hey, I'm all that in a bag of chips, and here's my cup. And that little fish pops out and surprises him. So it's like more than he expected, right? He thought he just had a cup here, you know, which is great. It could be that 10th cup that you're missing there with the 9 of Cups in reverse, right? You want the 10 of Cups. And you're getting that and some. If the fish is like the spirit's also in that cup with you, right? And the underlining is the Emperor, so there you are. That's also your card, Aries, you know, in all of your glory and power. You know, you will become the Emperor of your realm, whatever that may be, whatever this situation is to you, you will become in your complete power after this reflection and reanalyze, and you know, after this reflection period, you're gonna be really, really happy. You're gonna not only have this surprising new love situation, whether that's the love for that, you know, a person, a group of people, the event itself, a new idea, a new job, you know, it has to do with emotional fulfillment. I really feel like it's like, you know, it's coming into this 9 of Cups reverse and being like, hey, here it is, and there's a fish in the cup too. I have your 10th cup, and there's a fish in it, so, like, how can you say no to that? And for the overall underlying message, which means it's like this kind of trumps all of this, like you are in your zone. You are the Emperor. That is your most authentic self, which is where you're heading, right? That's where Spirit is telling you that you're heading right now. You're going to finally be yourself as Creator, God, Source made you naturally attractive and lovable inside and out. You know, Aries, if someone ever made you feel like you weren't attractive or lovable, it's not true at all. So happy for you, Aries. So yeah, exciting. I can't wait to hear what this good news, this 8 of Wands is that comes to you, right? If you want to leave some comments in the drop down section and let me know. Oh, and look at now, as I put them back, now you're upright. You're ready to jump off that cliff, and you are now prepared. Alright, and one final message from the ancestors, from the Aries people. What is the message for Aries for the month of July 2020? You know, I just knew that it was a love reading. I just knew it. Yeah, wow, if this isn't exactly what we just were talking about. So you have Heart Guardian. Let yourself love and be loved. Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. So that's about, you know, how you felt like something was misplanned. When the Fool was in reverse, remember? So now you're focused and you have a plan of action here. And again with the Leo cards, oh my gosh. You got the Sun as the overall message. Enjoy success and happiness. And also, the Sun is the only card in this deck that if it is the last card, which being the underlying card, you know, the card on the bottom of the deck, I would kind of consider that to be a last card, right? That's how I read it. Then the answer to your question, if you have one, is yes. Enjoy success and happiness, Aries. Go have fun in the Sun. Maybe with that new Leo or Leo energy that you are either in or interested in. Yeah. You're safe to love again, my friend. Open your heart. Call on the heart guardian for healing of past relationships is also what this card means. So if you need healing from past relationships, maybe with a Libra, or any kind of karmic relationship that is in your subconscious, and that's what's kind of making you feel uneasy, or like you want to escape the situation, some kind of fear of a third-party situation happening again. Maybe you were cheated on before. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry for you, Aries, and I've been there, trust me, I know how that is. But, you know, you're going to get that 8 of Wands, that blessing, that message. You're going to see how beautiful you are inside and out. And you're really going to be ready. You're going to be ready to let yourself love and be loved again. And this time, you're going to be more prepared, you know. You'll know what to do. You'll be more focused, you know. You'll be more prepared for the next success that you have. And it could be just another party, right? Another party that you plan. Doesn't have to be love, although I do certainly feel like it's something that you absolutely do love, even if it's just planning a get-together of some sort, a celebration, collaboration with some people, right? Alright, Aries, stay true to you. Embrace your natural beauty and authenticity. Know that you're attractive and lovable inside and out. Let yourself love and be loved. Open your heart. Stay focused. Make a plan. And enjoy your success. That's the outcome for the end of June. You might have some sensitive emotions or some stress in the beginning of, I meant July, sorry, not June, of July. But by the end of July, you're really going to be in the sunlight, and you're going to really be in this deep love and enjoying yourself. The answer is yes. When that question comes, you know, whatever it is for you. All right. So stay true. Keep shining. Much love.